Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. Season 8, I guess, girl. I don't know what season it is. It's never numbered correctly. Now we know that's because Carlos likes to have extended seasons so he doesn't have to change anybody's contract too soon. But here we are, in whatever season this is, still with Martel harassing Melody. And everybody on the show acting as if Mel is being bitter and vindictive, ignoring the fact that Martel is insane. The only person that seemed to question everybody's attitude towards Martel shouldn't have went to jail is Stormy. Stormy is the only one that was like, y'all don't think he was a tad bit aggressive when we went out of town? No, no one thought that he was doing a lot. Okay. If that's how everybody feels. Martel got arrested and Mel decided to up her security at her house. Yes. Oh, yes. We put someone in the front and in the back. And you know, we got a lot of cameras around here. Okay. Martel has a conversation with Marlene about him getting arrested over a text message from a year ago. I can't believe she gonna get you arrested over a text message from you. I think that is ridiculous. I mean, now I see who she really is. And then to do it in front of the children. I mean, these are kids. These is kids. These is kids. They not an adult. They don't know this life. Okay, they ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on. They ain't got nothing to do with you harassing her and chasing her and sending her revenge porn. They ain't got nothing to do with that. And you a good man. And you know what? You was a good husband too. Even I know you made your mistake, but you owned up to it. Marlene, you're the motherfucking problem. Marlene, your son cannot seem to fully take accountability and responsibility for his actions because there's always someone who will make him feel as if he's done nothing wrong. It wasn't just a text message, Marlene. Your son threatened to put a pornography video with him and his then wife on the fucking internet because her fans do not like him. The millimeters and any woman with self-respect does not like Martel. And Martel feels as if this is Melody's fault instead of his own fucking fault for being such an asshole. Oh no, we have to blame Melody because people don't like him. As if we don't have eyes and ears or something. I don't know. But either way, he decided to send her a screenshot of said pornographic video saying that if she did not get her fans to leave him alone and stop bullying him, that he was going to release that video. That is revenge porn. That is a threat. That is illegal. That is why he got arrested. He's done numerous things that should have gotten him thrown into fucking jail, but somebody was always saving the day with Martel. So it is quite obnoxious to watch this season and find that after everything that Mel and Martel have been through, people are still continuing to turn a blind eye to his obvious abuse of this woman who he cheated on, had a baby on, dogged out, and then when she divorced him, he turned around and wanted to make her a whore in order to put them on level playing field. So I guess he can stop feeling guilty and bad and shameful about how he destroyed his marriage. That's why everybody's got to be a side chick. That's why Kimmy's got to be a side chick. That's why everybody's got to be a side man or a side chick for Martel so he can feel better about the fact that he fucked up his family. I'm exhausted already. Mel talks to her brother Marcus about it. Y'all know I love Marcus. He's always look good. And she explains about the revenge porn. He says that Mel is trying to get custody and she's being fueled by evil. First the fuck all, you were the one that tried to get full custody of the children. Remember the 21 babysitters? Remember? You were the one that took Mel to court first. Why do you ignore that fact? Why do you tell this story to everyone as if they cannot find out the truth of the matter, or if they don't already know that you took her to court first, trying to get full custody of the kids? Mel explains to her brother that he sent a screenshot of a video of them together and was going to have it released on another account and pretend it was someone else to prove that she had been cheating during their marriage. Carlos calls Mel on the phone. You looking like a red light special on Christmas in a closet. Carlos, I love when you come to Huntsville. You bring everybody out. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Here's the thing, y'all. I'm not a hating ass bitch, so please don't confuse what happens, with me and the Carlos thing. I don't like people that pretend to be good people and then use people, drag them, don't protect them. And then we have to like watch all of this fake love and camaraderie shit. Like I don't like that. Like because it's not honest, it's not real, it's not genuine. Like at first we were all rooting for Carlos. And as of this juncture, it seems as if he uses and abuses people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like that's just how I feel about it. You continue to protect Martel and then act like you did not know what he and Melody were going through. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. When Martel was screaming and hollering at Melody on set, nobody found issue with that. Y'all don't see that as abusive. Y'all don't feel like that's scary. It was more than one time where this man is screaming in this woman's face and walking up on her like he wants to do something to her. He did it to Nell. Like this is something we've seen happen over and over again, and everybody acts as if it's not happening or as if it's not abusive or it's not a problem. And oh, he's just defending himself. No, he's losing his shit. You can defend yourself without being physically and verbally imposing on people. And Martel is always screaming and rolling up on somebody close. Okay? Now you threatening revenge porn and shit. Having your side piece do all of this extra shit. You mad because nobody wants to record her or whatever the hell is going on between y'all two. Like, Carlos calls about the tour that they're going on and to discuss the blogs and ask if Mel is okay. And she says, yeah, she's okay. She's okay. But the tour is sold out and they're going to discuss all of this messy ass shit on the tour. Okay, girl, fine. Stormmy goes to talk to Nell, and Stormmy has lost some weight, and Stormmy looks good, girl. Okay. And they talk about how Kiki basically was online talking shit about Mel and then was making it seem as if it was her mom, and then the blogs and Kiki got into it. So the blogs decided to post all of the information on Kiki and how it was her and not her mom. And I've been told y'all that Kiki was over there tweaking. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that. Like, I don't, girl, I don't know what you saw, but I saw somebody over there fucking tweaking. Okay? Listen. So none of that is a surprise to me. All right? Overplayed her hand. Did too damn much. Nell feels like Martel shouldn't have went to jail. When it comes to black men going to jail, if there's anything we can do to resolve it, we shouldn't call the police on black men, especially if we have kids with them. It doesn't matter how much they harass us and threaten us. It doesn't matter how much damage they do to our reputation and how much they stalk us and text us and call us and have their weird ass baby mama texting and calling us from phones and threatening to put out porn on us. We should just forgive it. Y'all, when Nell said in a confessional, it's easy to say that until it's you in a situation. So maybe, we all should keep that in mind. And I was like, Nell, I'm glad you said that, because that's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is all of y'all, male identified, for black man, women. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't give a fuck. I called the police on my daddy when I was like 5 years old. Because that's what my auntie and them told me to do. Okay? It was too much screaming in the house and it was making me scared, and I called the police. Okay? At the end of the day, I feel like we should not put ourselves in harm's way to protect Black men who are putting us in harm's way. That's insane. I don't care if you're Black. I don't care. If you make me scared, I'm going to call the police on you, nigga. Like, I shouldn't be scared. You don't understand that? No matter how upset you get about whatever the fuck you upset about, I should never feel scared. I should never have to look over my shoulder. I should never have to worry about a man that I had children with wanting to put out a video on me because they can't deal with the ramifications of how they show up in the world, and they refuse to get help because they think what they're doing is fine. No matter how much everybody tells them they're fucked up, they never listen, they never learn, they never change. But I'm just supposed to let it slide because he's a Black man and they go to jail disproportionately. See, that only matters when a nigga ain't really did nothing to go to jail. But if somebody continues to harass, stalk, and overall just be a fucking dick to the mother of his children, putting her in a stressful situation at all times over shit that people on the internet are doing, I'm sorry, y'all. All that pro-Black shit goes out the motherfucking window. All that pro-Black shit goes out the fucking window. And let me tell you, you know why Kimmy said that he was a good guy? Because they really allow niceness to confuse with kindness. Just because someone is smiling in your face and opening doors and doing all of those little nice things for you, it does not mean there's not a means to an end for them. It may be in their best interest to put on that front with you. It's so that they can disarm you, so that they can make you think they're safe, so you cannot have your guard up, so you won't see clearly what they're doing to their spouse, so you will defend them. Even when you physically see them doing shit that is extremely out of pocket, disrespectful, and dangerous to all parties involved, you will see these things take place. And you feel like the best course of action is for the woman to just shut up and take it. Something's wrong. Everybody, something's wrong. That's not how that should go. Martel should not be able to threaten everybody all the time. Because he does, y'all. Marceau had a fucking restraining order against Martel at one point. Kimmy, you didn't want Martel to come to your house because of the way he was putting Maurice out there in the streets for being at the Atlanta trips with the big backs. Okay? You didn't want him at your house either. At one point or another, all of y'all have been able to push Martel out of y'all houses and out of y'all fucking lives. Mel cannot do that because she got 4 kids with that bitch ass nigga. So she can't just decide he can't come over and that's all it is, because he has to keep filing shit in the court with her so he can make her life miserable. And then when that doesn't work anymore, now you got the weird ass side chick who's also obsessed with Mel, thinking about helping him release revenge porn on her to make it seem as if she cheated during their marriage, as if it fucking matters. Girl, it's too much. It's too much. Nell and Stormmy talk about how Carlos has that live tour show coming up and if they're going to go or not. They definitely want to go because they want to know about the mess with Destiny and her producer Sonny and that whole single Black female situation with Moses. Okay. Stormmy says that Sonny and Destiny could have been sisters. They do look alike. They have similar mannerisms as far as I'm concerned. They got along very well, and the whole time you wanted that lady man, girl. This is the thing though. I do understand feeling as if you got snaked by these two people, but I feel like Destiny is the type of person that's going to put entirely too much negative energy into something that doesn't matter. You weren't with him anymore. And if you don't want to be if you weren't friends with that woman anymore and you don't want to be friends with her anymore, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. And to look at them as two snake motherfuckers that deserve each other, girl, that's fair as well. But to hold anger in your head, heart, or body towards those two people over what happened, I wouldn't suggest it. I know y'all. I know everybody wants to act like this is like a big fucking deal. But essentially, Destiny, it's not like you were with the man. It's not like you were with him anymore. Obviously, you learned that y'all didn't need to be together. So whatever he decided to do after that, girl, that's on him. Like, I don't see the point in carrying around any shame or any anger about it because it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. I know we love to get mad and upset about things like that, but you cannot control other people. You don't own other people. And if they decide to move on, however they decide to move on, you just know how to move with them. And if he already wasn't in your life, then oh fucking well. You know what I'm saying? But Destiny, I'm still in a mindset like Mel is about the way you move with Martel. Like it never seems all the way legit, whatever the fuck going on between you and Martel. So I'm sorry, sis. I can't jump on this bandwagon of feeling so bad for Destiny right now because I still question your motives. So speaking of Destiny, she goes to see Tisha, and it's Tisha's job to play producer and ask Destiny all of these fucking questions about what happened between she and Sonny and Moses. Also, they decorated their Airbnb finally. You know, we wonder what their real house is going to look like at some point, but you got to get your money. So I understand. Destiny says that Sonny single white femaled her, like single black female. We're black. And they should have told Destiny. That's what Tisha feels. They should have told Destiny that they were going to date. And I just kind of feel like, but that's not owed to you. Y'all, I hate to say it like that, but I really want people to get out of this mindset of giving a fuck about what people do when it ain't got nothing to do with you. If you feel like that's some snake behavior, just remove them people from your life, baby. It don't make no sense to be out here mad and you know, because you acting jealous. You acting like you think he's a better man for her than he was to you. When at the end of the day, if she a snake and he a snake, please know eventually them hoes gonna snake each other. The karma always comes back. You don't have to do nothing. You don't even have to be upset about it. Yeah, I let shit go because I'm not about to be holding no anger and feeling no type of way in my body. It happened. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I see how you moving and I ghost on people. Like, I don't listen. I'm one of those people that I don't give a fuck. I'll be by myself before I deal with any type of disrespectful fuck shit from anybody. And if you don't believe me, please understand. I'm very dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I was single before I got with my husband. It wasn't for a long time, but bitch, I was good. You know what I'm saying? I'll always be good. All right. Cause I'm always gonna be able to get whatever the fuck I need when I need it. You know what I'm saying? And I like being alone. As a Gemini and somebody that basically low-key grew up as an only child because there's like a 9-year difference between me and my next oldest sibling. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in my room alone. That's why I'm so entertaining. I had to entertain my fucking self. And I had to entertain people so that they wouldn't be angry or sad and shit. So ultimately, like, I'm all right. And I think a lot of people need to get to that mindset. They think it's so hard. And being alone does not mean that you don't have a little something here, a little something there. That just means you don't have nobody you living with. That means you don't have an owner. That means no nigga, we don't go together. We might meet up and go out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Some little cute shit. But no, I'm going back to my house. And you not come and stay with me neither. You know what I'm saying? You stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. You know what I'm saying? But you can stay like being, I don't know why everybody think like if you single, that means you just always by yourself. Child, please. Okay? You can always get a roster. Do you hear me? You can always get a roster. All right? Anyway, so they discussed Carlos' show being sold out. If they're gonna go, Destiny says she's absolutely not going. They say that the millimeters are a whole bunch of, you know, miserable old broken women that are online doing the fucking most. And I told y'all that a long time ago. I wasn't saying just the millimeters. I said the fans of the show, period, because I feel like when they say it's the millimeters, they really put that shit on Mel. But it's a lot of people that are not fans of Mel that have the same toxic ass energy as the people that are fans of Mel. So I think that's another way for y'all to make Mel the villain some type of way, make her responsible for what other people are doing, instead of seeing that the fans of y'all entire fucking show are toxic, bitch. All of y'all's fans on this show are toxic, no matter whose side they're on. So please cut it the fuck out. And the fans are toxic because the show is toxic. Y'all are toxic. The fuck? Nigga, it is not us, it is you. Let me read some of y'all comments. Okay. Let me see. I wholeheartedly think Martel has shown that video to everyone, including Carlos. I ain't watched this in seasons, but I'm here to drag this some merch. Martel is dangerous because he feels like Melody has done him wrong by actually leaving him. He stays on some get back on everyone. And wasn't Destiny the side chick too? They're all trash. Oh, girl. Dusty said that she has known and been with Moses for 15 years, but he was married for 12 years of that time. PWR Sunny. Plus, she married LB. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, girl. It's a lot of overlap, and don't nobody have a right to be that upset, girl. You're just trying to have a storyline on this show. Yes, he absolutely feels she's supposed to stay and just accept whatever he did. Yep. She must need that $2,500 check to get on TV, a TV show, to be embarrassed. That's what it's giving. Dusty needs the money and doesn't care how she looks. I saw someone tweet that Carlos allowed her back this season to humiliate her. Destiny wasn't married to that man, and they all agreed that Moses and Destiny weren't together. I think Sunny and Moses are married for a check. Tisha calling someone middle age as if she isn't is laughable. The bottom line is the other cast members of Love and Marriage Huntsville are pressed because they don't have a dedicated fan base. Oh, I can't stand Michelob Marlene. That's why her son is trash now. Destiny alluded to Mel and her ex-husband messing around. Girl, in my opinion, Destiny is and has always been Martel's bottom bitch. That's what it felt like, to be very clear. That's what it has felt like to me. So Mel and Carlos have sold out this first stop on a tour in Huntsville, right? And before the show, they meet up and do their hugs and kisses. And he has a crown and a sash for her because she never went to her prom. And she's very appreciative of it. She says it's very sweet. I feel like it's ass kissery, and that's what he's good at, and that's what he does. And I'm sure that feels amazing. Mel never had an orgasm with Martel. Let me tell y'all what that's about. A lot of women who don't masturbate or who have not like mastered the art of masturbating, they have sex with men, and because sex for women is a mental emotional thing, what'll happen is the pound feels good, right? Like the dick hitting a right spot, getting a right rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit will make you feel like you had an amazing time getting fucked. Listen, I understand, but it's a whole nother thing when you have clitoral stimulation and you orgasm from that while being penetrated. Whoa. Girl, you don't know what you're missing out on until you find out. And that's what I'm saying. Okay. So for me, I feel like I could absolutely believe she never had an orgasm, because good pound town doesn't necessarily mean that you came. It just means that the actual act of the sex felt good to you. And a lot of times I think women create that in their minds, because there are some times when the dick is good, but let you not be feeling a nigga and the dick is no longer good. It's not hitting the same spot. It's not hitting the right way. Like this one time, oof, Lord, I felt like I was on another planet. And then this other time I was like, I wish this nigga get off me. You know what I'm saying? An ex of mine. But whatever. Anyway, so Martel said on social media that they weren't filming his real life, and Carlos just really wanted to check that because he did not appreciate that. That is not fair to his producers who leave their families to come and produce this show for little or nothing. And it is not, right when it comes to the cast who puts their life on Front Street and who has been giving us the truth for the past 5 years. Girl, 8 seasons in 5 years, I cannot. Okay. But Carlos had to check him about that. Carlos also said, I never told him to bring any flowers. That nigga lying. Okay, we are not acting. Um, Mel says, I wish that Martel would get some very extensive therapy and he would get some help and he would become a man. You know, I hope that for him. And I agree. Because this is not grown man behavior that this nigga exhibits. Okay, all that lying and crying and needing validation from your mama, and we know she's scared of your ass too. That's why she do whatever you say do, and also you being an ain't shit ass nigga is an extension of her own ego. It's an extension of her. You not being shit. You being terrible. You being an ancient ass husband, father ass nigga that allegedly is abusing his children, putting your hands on them on top of how you're harassing Melody. You are out of control of yourself, nigga. And I don't know what you done to Ariane over there, but we know y'all done had some situations that have all of a sudden disappeared as if nothing happened. But the police were called. I think everybody is covering up for Martel, and they continue to cover up for Martel. And that's why Martel never learns from any of these situations. At this point, it feels like he's a lost cause. I don't see how anybody can see a victim in him. I only feel as if it shows the disturbed mentality of our culture that you victimize villains. You make them infantilized babies. And then you also want them to lead something. I don't understand how that makes sense. For you to want men to lead, but also you want women to have all of this responsibility in their actions. Like it's really weird, and we really need to think about why that is, why we defend that, why we play a part in that. That shit is toxic. And I'm not ever saying that women can't also be terrible, because they can be. But please understand, a lot of the times the women that are terrible, people protect those bitches too. There is just an overall theme of protecting abusive personalities in our society. An overall theme of blaming victims, blaming children, blaming women, just blaming victims, period, for how they are victimized, as if the person that harmed them did not intentionally set out to do so. Martel intentionally seeks to harm, hurt, disparage Melody, but then turns around and acts as if his image is under fire when someone is telling the truth about him. Then it's an extension of his kids. But him calling their mother a whore, oh no, that's not an extension of her daughters at all, huh? Then he had the audacity to say in the confessional that children need their fathers more than their mothers. Bitch, where? This is how you know that that man really hates Marlene. And I don't know what you did, Marlene. I don't know what you allowed to happen in your degeneracy. I don't know what the fuck was going on in your household or what happened to Martel as a child, baby. But something has him deeply angered with you. And because for some reason you are the only person that he has in his corner consistently, he cannot 100% abuse you the way he probably wants to. So instead, what he does is he does it to the women that he's in relationships with. Whenever they don't do what he wants them to do, he then, I guess, gets the emotion tied to how he really feels about you. And now these women have to pay for whatever you fucked up with him as a child, because him saying that children need their fathers more than their mothers. First of all, nigga, does your body create milk for babies or something? Because just the physical scientific fact of the situation is the mother is the person whose body is feeding the child. So for you to feel like in any universe that we live in, that men are more important to children than the mother, you are out of your fucking mind. And whenever you stutter and stammer, I know you're saying some bullshit, and you do it all the time, which is why I know you know when you're doing it. He knew he was saying some bullshit. Because I think that men, fathers are more important than the mothers. Like a father is very important. Like, yeah, we know that you hurting because your daddy didn't want to be a part of your life. And did you pay attention to the fact that even as a grown ass man, he don't want to be a part of your life, and that's a him thing and not a Marlene thing? Marlene might be ain't shit, But your father not wanting to be there is his decision. But y'all will continue to make all of this about single mothers and not about fatherless children. And I hate that y'all do that, because one of the things that y'all do on social media all the time that really just pisses me off is making women feel bad for having children. What the fuck do you think they're going to do? Most women are going to have children, y'all. That's just what it is. That's how it is. The women should have their babies. They should just be prepared to take care of them on their own for the most part. And I mean without the help of the father. But you should have mamas, aunties, grandmothers, homegirls, cousins, and friends that's going to come through for you. That's going to help you. You should have people around you. You should have a community or a village that's going to help you raise that child for sure. But essentially, I feel like this whole thing of guilting women for having children is just fucking ridiculous at the end of the day. Oh, you shouldn't have had kids because you wasn't married. Girl, shut the fuck up. As if that's going to do something. As if marriage saves people from their daddies going to the goddamn store for milk and never coming back. As if that stops people from experiencing abusive households. As if having a father is always going to make you successful or something. As if niggas' daddies don't beat them, fuck them, leave, cheat on the mamas, have whole other families, and cause all kind of emotional fucking discourse. Like, are you serious? To continue to ignore the facts of situations so you can continue to protect these stereotypes about the Black experience instead of what's really happening in the Black experience is exhausting, stupid, and mute to me at this point. I'm tired of it. And I feel like this show just continues to perpetuate some of that same bullshit. Y'all continue to blame Melody for Martel's actions. No matter how much she did everything right and he did everything wrong, we're going to continue to Mel ain't a victim the fuck out the situation. Girl, marriage is not a cure. Marriage is not a cure. It is simply two people having a strong belief in an agreement that they're making. Strong belief in an agreement that they're making. And to be honest, y'all know that women have a different agreement that they're agreeing to, and men have a different agreement that they're agreeing to. And the shit don't always equal out. Shit don't always be balanced. And that's the issue we're having. Let me read some of these comments. Where I leave off? Oh my God. I have no idea how so many adults do not understand how a woman can have sex with a man for nearly 2 decades and have 4 babies and never had the big O. Like, how do y'all understand biology? They don't. I'm glad Dustin Ross made her clarify what she was insinuating. She was just mad that Melody was standing on business of not speaking to her. I just think it's weird that they called each other cousin. Like, how nasty. Oh, absolutely. Ugh. Carlos out here running a slave plantation. This is how Tyler Perry runs his productions. Those poor people. Martel mom is doing him a disservice by being so agreeable to his behavior and actions. Oh, she's disgusting. Hey, everybody, I'm late, so I'll catch the top part of the replay. All right, Gwen. So the Huntsville streets are saying because he worked in the police station at one time and they do look out for him, allegedly. I can believe that. Martel is extremely exhausting to constantly need validation and praise. He needs help. You do not get a trophy for doing daily father duties. I loved when Mel said she wished she never had kids with that bitch ass nigga. Nah, for real. The fact that he said that proves he doesn't respect his mom, the parent that was there. LB gonna get petty and drag her back to court telling lies. Right. He doesn't act close to his mom. He doesn't. He uses her. He doesn't respect women, period. Martel is a scary individual. He blames her for his father not being present, and she had to work more than she was physically able to be around. He's saying that, and he didn't even have his dad. That's the second time Martel has made a disparaging statement against Melody. He said it in his interview with Tasha K, and then in his confessional, he's dangerous and folks acting obtuse. It's the continuous infantilization of men that seems to lead them to believe that women should own the mistakes of men. It's ridiculous. Are you enjoying the video? Are you enjoying the video? Then show your enjoyment by hitting that like button. Do that for me. Okay, also, I'm gonna come back and read some more comments, but first, like support the channel, girl. My birthday coming up. I turned 36 on the 26th.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay. And we're back. Let's get back into these comments, girl. I'm having a good time reading them. My wine is kicking in. Okay. Where were we? What's going on, babe?
Ponytail.
Ponytail! You look cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, Larry can finally put the top of his locks in a ponytail. It's real cute. It's real cute. Okay. Hold up. I thought I had where I was left off. Y'all, I'm mad. Okay, anyway, hold up. In my opinion, Destiny is and has always been Martel's bottom bitch. I think I read that one. Thank you for being a member for 27 months. I'm trying to find where I left off. Blame stuff for the daddy not being okay. The like is what we was at. Okay, right. People act like marriage is the cure. It's not. It's not. It's people who make a commitment. It's people that are responsible and that are going to put the needs of the entirety of their family. They're going to put that at the forefront of their mind. Does that mean that they're always going to make decisions for other people? No, that's not what that means. Sometimes you really do have to do what's best for you, whatever that looks like for you. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't think people should have children when they really don't want them, because at the end of the day, like, don't be out here half-assing parenting them kids and fucking them up for the rest of us to deal with simply because you decided to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? Also, the adultification of Black girls has made everyone blame us for how men act. Black women have always been made to own the morality of how men are in community. How men we are in community with move. Thank you, girl. My mind. Thank you. But no, you're right. And it's really toxic and exhausting, to be honest. The entire cast is in on the narrative, and the narrative of let's lay it on Mel. She better stop alluding to that man on that show. My parents have been married 33 years. I know firsthand that marriage isn't a cure. It can be a good thing, but it's definitely not a cure. Marlboro Marlene and her brown liquor irk me with her piss poor parenting at her big old age still. And that's the thing. Why do people not realize that not holding your children responsible for their bad actions is actually not a good thing? It's not a good thing to defend people at all costs. You only make the situation for them worse. You only make their actions become more emboldened because you are willing to make excuses and tell them what they're doing is defending themselves. So when he pushes it further and does more, you can thank yourself for that, Marlene. When he really does end up in jail or hurting somebody, if that's where this goes, God forbid, you will know that you took a part in it when you decided to ignore how he was wrong in a situation. Menthol Marl is the worst type of mother. Miss Marlene is a drunk. That's why she wasn't around. Heck, marriage is a contract of slavery for a lot of women. I mean, technically, you giving up your autonomy and your life for a place to live, for labor. Like, that's basically what it is. I'm going to give you my labor, my autonomy. I'm only going to be with you for the rest of my life, and you get to go half. And I have to have the babies and almost die. Okay. That sounds that doesn't sound appetizing. All donations are accepted and appreciated. Yes, they are. Thank you. Marlene always looks like she was passed out from drinking right before they film a scene with her. For real. Y'all know we about to go to Phuket. Y'all, I got my flights today. I still have to pay for most of them. Like, but I got my flights, so I'm kind of once I get my flights, I get excited. But y'all know the Bali trip is gonna be after that. So if y'all are not coming to this one, last minute, girl, if you don't want to hop on this thing, I understand. But it's gonna be a good time. I can't wait because it's the vacation that I need. I have a lot going on, girl. But anyway, I noticed Mel hasn't been promoting the show at all. I wonder if this is her last season. I wonder. Martel knew he had a warrant for his arrest since last year. He said it on the Houston trip. I wholeheartedly agree he has some connections within the HPD. Y'all calling that Lady Marlboro Marlene is taking me out. No, that's why Mel was talking to Marcus in the kitchen and she was like, I wonder how he was able to get the kids taken care of so quickly. That's something to consider. When she was saying that, I knew that she was hinting at something. I just didn't know what she was hinting at. And it must be that he has people in the police department that he's friends with. And that's why it took so long for him to get served, because she actually filed all of that last year. Aha. Exactly. And eventually that energy will be directed at her too. She's not exempt. Mel is his current target. Exactly. Exactly. Will the Bali trip be this year? I believe so. I believe so. She hasn't put it out yet, but we already have like over 100 people that have been asking about the Bali trip. So we definitely think we're going to be selling that one out. Yeah. Marlene definitely didn't like Mel during the marriage. She is speaking freely now that they are divorced. Absolutely. And she didn't like her because Mel shows up as a better mother and wife than she could ever have been. And so that makes her feel some type of way. You can't tell me no different. Bali is amazing. I went when I lived in Japan. All right now. Listen, you definitely should have came through, Gwen, with this clique of women, because I believe at least two of the women that went on the last one are going, and both of them have been to Japan before, and they keep telling me about Okinawa and how I should go to Okinawa. And I will eventually, I'm sure. But anyway, y'all, that was basically everything that went down on Love and Marriage Huntsville.